Hey guys, Ramblin Bob here again with another update with the E3600LFP by Pecron. So as we left off on October 31st at night, almost that morning, I was charging this up for the first full time, and you can see we're at 92%. So we are able to go within that approximately, I want to say about 10-hour period between midnight and 10 o'clock. So it'll be about just over 10 hours. We got this down to about, I think it was 87% when I came in. It was either 87 or 88 is one of those. I think it was 87. So we used 13% of the power to go 10 hours, which, guys, that's a lot of extra power. So now notice that the sun is just starting to get up good. Usually about 10:30 is where solar really starts going good. And the other side of this array here, there's 4 panels, 2 and 2, and then a parallel, series parallel. Half of them are in the sun and half are not. And then as the day progresses, that tree that's in the way, it kind of changes hand where the 2 panels kind of get in the shade and then the other 2 get in the sun. So and then the other set, if I could show you here, the other set is in the sun all day. See, so 1100 watts on this one, and then only 635 on this. The same panels, 1600 watts of panels on each one, but remember this one is 50-50 with the sun. And it's, when you have that much panels, guys, 1600 watts of solar panels takes a lot of room. So you kind of get lucky if you could even put that many panels up, and we have 2 like that, 1600. So this one is obviously, oh, see, look at, wow, that really dropped quick. So obviously the clouds moved in rather quick. This dropped to 272, and that dropped to 160. That's good that it happened on video, because then you can see how drastic the power can go away as far as the swings when you have just one simple cloud movement. So as you can see now, it's starting to kind of move out of the way. This is 367, it's 5, so it's starting to go up. Let me turn this down here so I know you can see it better here. Let me turn the brightness all the way down here, guys. I know that really helps the video. I didn't know that at first, so I apologize. Some of the older videos are very glary because the screen was so bright. So let's go back to that now. Yep, see, now you're back up to 1300 watts here. But, it's up and down. Oh, see, it dropped again. So that's solar for you. So you fight that every single day, guys. It takes one simple cloud, one branch, one pack of leaves or whatever. Just if it's just like this, I mean, all day. Like, this whole camera screen right here, if I just go like this with my hand, that almost destroys the entire panel of solar by having that little chunk missing. Some of the new panels that they're making now have these little diodes in them in between each cell, and what they do is, if see, it's going back up, if it detects this right here, it just bypasses that and skips it like that wasn't even part of the solar panel, so it can go around that. So that's cool. That's something to look forward to in the future. But then once again, you got to upgrade. This seems to be a never-ending battle of upgrades here for solar. Okay, so let's go back. So we're at 930, and then 600 and 580, and then obviously that's going to go up a lot more. So we're just under 1600 watts total. Here, 16, now we're over 16. That's how quick, guys. That's how quick. So if you could over panel, do it, because that's exactly why. See, now we're 1700. So see how quick it went from, what was it, down to like 500 watts up to 1700 within like not even a minute or so. So if you can over panel your system, do it, because on cloudy days or less sunny days, if you will, or rainy days, you can have a chance to actually get some power. And see, it's almost like a mood swing. Look at that, 1400, 1300. It's dropping 100 watts now every few seconds, and it'll go up again here. Let's wait and see it in real time. Here, 1400. And here, see, 1550. See that was almost 150. There you go again. So you had 150 up, and then 100 up, and now 30 up. So yeah, it's very drastic, the swings, and that also creates spikes in power. So if you're very close to the voltage of what you can limit at, be careful of that, because that spike like that, from 300 watts all of a sudden to 1700 or almost 18 now, that can really push the amps up quick, and it could burn out these if the voltage is too high, if it spikes the voltage. So be careful. These are both coming in at about, I think at 80. Let's check it out. Well, it's 71 and 68, but they started at 80 when they're brand new, fresh. Voltage open circuit VOC. These both are just a hair over 80. and then of course you have a working voltage which drops it down, you know, because when you put pressure on or a load on a system, it drops the voltage down. So all right, we're going to watch that. Now we're almost 1800 watts, so we're getting good here. Now, the reason I made this video is two things. I wanted to check the battery cells because remember, this was the first official full cycle of the system, and we want to make sure now 1, 2, and 3. Well, host 0, 1, 2, and 3. So I am always going to refer to these in the future as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just easier for your memory. So 1, 2, and 3 are the system that I've had for a long time, and notice that all the cells are good. They're happy. None of them are low, and that's what you want to look for. If you see one that's weird, that's really low or different, you know, you remember that old song, guys, one of these things is not like the other. If you see that one that's totally different than the other ones, that's your problem cell, and then you know not to use that battery until you can figure out what's going on, or you know, take it off the system. And then this is the new one, and that's the new one. So notice they're all nice and full, and everything is yeah, everything's good. And then you have this little thing up here that says excellent. So battery consistency, it says excellent. So I've never seen that change. Of course, that's what you hope to never see change. If it does change, let me know, guys. If you have a cell that goes weird or something like that ever, let me know what it says, and that way I can let other people know too, and that way we can all learn at the same time. And then this side you can see them this way as far as packs, so not individual cells but actually battery packs. You can see the temperature of each one individually, and then the percent of where it's at now, and then which one is charging, which one is not. So you're going to see this pop on and off, like all the, oh wow, look at 518. So those two popped off because this dropped down. And then we're going to watch this in real time real quick here. See, it's remember, it's 1800 watts a minute ago. And that's, this just confirms that if you over panel, you know, that would be down to nothing, right? I mean, literally 100 watts probably. But now I was able to maintain a inflow of power of about 400 or 500 because I'm so over paneled. So we have 3200 watts of solar panel on this one, and our limit is 2400 in, which means we designed this for the future. If we get a bigger system or a bigger way to bring in power, it's possible to bring in even more power. So see the spike again? Now it's 1700, and look at all of them went back onto the little lightning bolt, which says that it's charging now. Notice that they're dropping very close together. That's how it's supposed to be. If you see one that's really far off, then you know you have a problem, or maybe a loose cable or a connection or something like that, or the battery cells are acting weird or something. We've never had that yet, but that's why I wanted to do this test right away, because as I said, we just got these two batteries and we wanted to, you know, put this up. The more information that we can get out with this stuff, the better for our community, because we can all learn. Even at my expense, if I do something and it, you know, does something bad to the system because we did a test or something, you learn not to do that. So that, I think that's very, very positive for the community, and I'm willing to risk our equipment so we can all learn together. Okay, so let's see, those are all going good. We're 15, 16, and now notice that I'm almost full, because remember, I think we only burned out, what was it? Oh, how do you get there? Simple mode. That one. Okay, you're gonna love that touchscreen, guys. Okay, so I'm at 93%. So when I started this video, I think I was definitely lower. I can't remember what it was. 87. I'm pretty sure it was 87 when we first came in and noticed. You know, right before the sun came up, and I'm thinking, okay, that we burned out about 13% for an entire night, which means an entire day would be approximately, that was 10 hours. We're gonna say maybe, let's say 30% to be fair of what we used. And we left extra stuff on just to kind of see, you know. We used a toaster on this to draw 800 watts for a little while. Not long, of course, to make like maybe 4 pieces of toast. So, you know, 15, 20 minutes. Couple TVs on a laptop, actually a couple laptops, lights, and then charging of cameras and DeWalt tools, and you know, little things like that, because we wanted to see worst case scenario, how many days or how many hours do we have as far as a gas tank, if you will. Oh, look at 1800, so we're getting there. Oh, and it went up another one. So obviously this is going to tap out or fill up very, very quickly today. So what I was going to do is, guys, when I was trying to fill this yesterday, I tried to keep it off the grid until the end. I just had to. I ran out of power, guys. That's a 15,000 is a lot of power, and you don't realize that until you try to charge that, and you're just waiting. And remember, I was trying to charge it at 400 watts per hour, and that would have took a marathon, which it almost did. until I noticed it and then turned it up a little bit. Okay, so I power dump from the E3600LFP now. That looks like a whole set, but it's not. It's just sitting on the top. These two batteries down here are obviously hooked over on this one here, guys. So I took all the energy out of this bad boy and dumped it into here, and then I took all the energy out of those Oukitels down there and I dumped it in here, and then I took all the energy from the AFERY and the Oupes and dumped it in here. And I didn't empty those. I could have emptied all of those up there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 power stations up there. Plus the wife has another one in the other room, and then we have the E2000. Now that would have filled it, but we're using that for the fridge and freezer. Oh, we're almost up to 1900. So what I'm going to do now is, because we have so much power in there, and it seems to be stable other than the clouds, of course, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in there. I already did this one real quick, and then I'm going to do this one, because the E1500 is the smallest of all those. Those are all 2 kilowatts each, 2,000 watt hours, 2 kilowatts, and this is only 1500. So I was able to fill this one because this was only down a very little compared to the rest of them, until I noticed it was 400, and then I just stuck the little remaining bit on the grid. So now that's going to charge at 1100 watts, and this is a good thing to have extra batteries laying around. I'd love a grid system. I'm sorry, a server rack system. If I had like 50 or 100,000 watts in the downstairs of this building, and then have just a charging cable that could, you know, power dump like maybe 500 watts or 300. You know, we don't use that much, so you could just kind of pull from there whenever you need to, you know, fill up your system. It's like having a hidden gas tank in the house. That's awesome. But that one's going to charge up now at 1100 watts, and if you remember, we're bringing in, well, see, it's dropping again. There's darn clouds. We were bringing in 1800, so we only have 6% of this much, this 15,000 to fill, so we should be able to easily fill that today. So now we're going to take that energy. See, we're actually pulling out 1300 and bringing in 750, 650. Look at that, guys. So that's those darn clouds. But watch this spike. Watch how fast that'll spike up as soon as that cloud gets out of the way. Like, I can see a little bit kind of through that curtain right there of you know, you can see like the white part and then the blue part, so you can definitely see that there's big clouds out there. And then watch how quick that'll change. Here, 600. It's a little dusty, guys. You cannot fight dust in a workshop, I'll tell you what. Every time you cut wood, it goes everywhere. And we've tried those vacuum systems. You know, they do work well, but you know, that little tiny dust that gets in your throat, nasty. Okay, here you go. So here it's going to spike up again. Now we're back to 8, and that's basically that cloud. Oh, 808. That's Bob charging, B-O-B, or it's Bob o'clock. Where it's 808. That's our joke here. All right, let's see. It's gonna move eventually here. Oh my gosh! I turned off the button, guys. I laid on the button here. Sorry, I actually put my hand there and I laid on the button. There you go. I turned everything back on. That was my fault. Sorry, Miss Ramblin Bob, if I turned off anything. If she's awake, she's taking a nap in the other side of the room there, by the other power station. She's napping in that room. Long night, because we stayed here to do this, guys. Okay, so now it's going back up. Obviously, this has gone back up, but this has stayed down. So now right now, this wouldn't be a good idea to, you know, dump these if you're not bringing in. But remember, since we're so over paneled, this would probably be down to maybe 100 watts if I wasn't so over paneled. So we just have to wait for that darn cloud to get out of the way, and then we can see that spike back up, and then yeah, just kind of, you know, fill those. So I have a lot of work to do. I got to fill that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. So I'm gonna hopefully, I don't think I'm gonna get to all of them, but possibly I'm gonna fill, once this is done, I'm gonna fill 8,000 watt hours over there, and then this is 150, so that's 9,500 extra, and then the 15,000 watt system, which, guys, we love. Is, oh, here it goes, here we go. See, 8 here, almost 1,000. You see how fast it goes, guys? That's your power spikes. So that's a big difference now from 400 to 1,000, like that, right? And then, oh, it's going down, it's going up, it's going down. Here, 790, yep, up and down. That's the stupid clouds, guys. You can't really fight those. Here, let's go this way and watch it this way. It's kind of more fun to watch it this way. Okay, hopefully you can see that, guys. So see, we're only down to 2.7 amps in here, and then 4.2 amps in here, but that voltage it'll shoot up on you, you know. All right, let's watch in real time here. We only got 435 watts in, 107 on the board, so everything is totally fine. And then if you are doing like we're doing, if you're power dumping, there's more efficient ways to power dump. This is just a quick way. If you keep the voltage, you know, like 12 out and 12 in, obviously you get a better quality charge. So now, being that it's down to 400, you could actually pause this by just pulling this out, and the Oukitel will pause charging, and then you can see, let's see here, simple, and then this one, and then you can see that now we're getting about 300 in towards the battery, more than what I'm using. I'm only using about 120 for the shop here. And like I can see the blue up there. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but I can see through that curtain the blue areas, and I can see the big puffy white areas. So there's definitely these big cumulus clouds, and those seem to be the worst, because it looks like a gorgeous day, but then you have this, right? And then you have this, and then you have this, and it's non-stop. So that usually is a kind of like a misleading day. You know, it looks gorgeous, but then you're not getting the power because of those big clouds. If it was raining and kind of nasty out, then it's just a solid this the whole day, right? So it's you know, kind of easier to deal with. But when it's like that, and you know, then this and this, it's frustrating. But guys, that's solar. That's solar. You have to really just kind of go with the flow, like a ship in the sea. You know, if you don't fight the waves, you don't fight the weather, you just you take it when you get it. You take your opportunities when you get it. Here it's going up a little bit more. I wanted to get back to that 1800, and that's why I started this video about 10:30ish or just before, because you know, that's usually when it starts getting good here. From 10:30 till about 2:30 is a good 4-hour window of really good power, and then it goes a little bit further than that. But here 1300, look, I rambled away, and then little orphan Annie, the sun will always come out tomorrow. So 1300, and of course here I rambled again, and now it's starting to drop. But look at that. Oh guys, that's those darn clouds. Darn, I wanted to make a good video, guys, but as I said, you're at the mercy of Mother Nature, and she could be a pain in the butt sometimes. Here 1200, let's get it back here. 13, come on, let's go. Let's move like gas prices. Then it would go, you know, probably 50 bucks already. So let's just wait. Now if I plug this back in, I'd still be getting about 200 watts or so, maybe 100 watts in the batteries, and then I'd be charging that one. But I want to make sure it's solid before I plug this in again. See, that's exactly why. See, it's down to 1,000 watts already. But all right, guys, this is just a quick update for I don't know if I'm going to have this video longer. If I do, I'll come back to it. But it seems like it's not going to cooperate very good, because like I said, that darn clouds just keep, oh, see, it's in and out. Oh, here, wait, here we go. Here 15, as soon as I open my yapper, there you go. Here, see, 1830. Now, see, now it's good again. So 1900. Look at that, guys. Look at that. I was just about to sign off, and then all of a sudden it shoots up to 1800 watts. So that's solar for you guys. You never know when you're going to get that power. And then look at ups and down, up and down. Wow, from 1900 down to 12. And this is the fluctuation I was telling you about for that over paneling. So if you do get a chance to, if you have the opportunity, if you saved enough cash to be able to over panel, this is proof. Proof is in the pudding. This is why we over panel, just in case. Wow, it's down to 600 watts. See, that would probably be what, 100 to 150, maybe 200 watts if I didn't have it over paneled. Oh, it's going back up again. Now it's going up like gas prices. That'll be our running joke here. We got to make it go up like gas prices, and then there's no limit to it, right? Here 1600. Happy Halloween, by the way, guys. It's now November 1st, and I hope your Halloween was wonderful. We handed out lots of little candies for the kiddies or whoever came around, and or adults. You know, adults like to dress up as costume people too, just to get that free candy. So hopefully they had fun too. Let's do one more spike, and then I'll sign off for today. I just wanted to double check the system and make sure that the battery cells held good and they're working. And as of so far, they are absolutely perfect. They're doing exactly what we need to. Here we're at 1900 watts again almost. Let's see how far we can get it up here. Almost right there. Okay, so 1900, there you go. So that's one win for the day. 1900 watts of solar coming in. and that'll easily charge. Boy, if that stays, that'll be, you know, that last 6%. Easy. 1% is obviously 1% of your whole system. So if you have 15,000, that would be approximately 150 watts per number. So you just take the 6% that's missing, 6 times 150, so you got 369. So it's 900 watts of power that could still go in this system. And here, look at that, down again. Golly darn it. All right, guys, well, I guess I'll leave it at that. Maybe I'll come back later today once the sun gets out, and then we'll see how it does. I'll do little updates here and there, because this is a big system and it's a lot of money, and I want people to get as much information as possible. Look at that, guys. Holy cow. Well, I can't gas fall like that. Holy crapzilla. Okay, guys, I'll be back possibly, or I'll upload this one too, and then we'll keep moving forward. All right, ramble on, be safe, and I'll see you guys here again on Ramblin Bob Reviews, unless I come back for another part of this video. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, don't ramble on yet. So, or don't ramble off yet. Okay, so of course, as soon as I put all the cameras away, you know, probably, you know, 10, 15, 20 minutes later, of course, boom, here the sun is out. It's totally stable now, 1900 watts. Of course, as soon as I start recording, it's probably gonna, you know, up and down again. But so now we're bringing in 1900 watts, and we're going to continue where we left off here. So now that we only have 4% left of the system, which is about 600 watt hours of power, and then this whole system is full, and we're definitely over 1800 watt. Oh, see now, oh, guys, look at that. As soon as I start rambling, it dropped down like 500. Oh my gosh, look at 600. It's dropping. It's dropping like the stock market here, guys. Holy crapzilla. Okay, it's going back up. Okay, so remember, this is going to pull 1100 watts to charge this one right here, and we're at 300. So we're definitely still over what I need here, 600. So we're going to plug this in again, and we're just going to see how the system reacts to charging, you know, bringing in 1900 watts and then putting out like 1300, and you know, together that's like 3000 plus watts of power. It's a lot of power going through this little box here. You know, I never thought in my lifetime we'd get small battery sized boxes like this that could literally run almost an entire house, or possibly could run an entire house if you had 2 of these and put it to that 240. Now that's something we're not looking at doing because we don't need it yet. But it is definitely possible in the future. So see, I have 600 watts extra coming in, and that's going, so this would take 1 hour to fill that 4%, and then while filling that, we're also filling that one over there. So I have to fill, remember, that one, that one, that one, and that one, because I did this one already, but now I got to fill, that's 2, 4, 6, just under 8. Holy crap, guys, I got a lot of work to do today. But see, now it dropped down. Of course, like I said, as soon as I start filming again, this is going to drop down. All right, get back up there, get back up there. Come on, push, push, lift it, lift it, lift it. There we go, 1700. Sometimes you got to help it. You got to help the sun, you know. I'd go outside and sing that Little Orphan Annie song if I knew it would work, but you know. All right, so here we're about 600, no, or 400, 500. Come on, guys, stay up there. That is the most frustrating thing with solar, guys, is you get your system set up, and the most frustrating thing with making these videos is you get everything set up and everything's perfect, and you go to hit record, and next thing you know, the sun goes, and see you later, and then it's gone. And it's like, what the heck? I just got everything set up. But I'll bounce in and out a little bit today if it drops, but I'm trying to get this as high as I can, so you guys can see this max out. We're at 1200. I don't know if did we max out one of these yet, guys? I can't remember. I made so many videos so far. I think this is update like 10 plus a couple of extra videos. Yeah, so I made a lot of videos. Let's see here. You lose track of what you're doing a lot. That's why you write everything down, guys. If you're trying something new or different, you see how they're all you know, they're all very close. So you got here 96, 93, 96, 99, and 96. So they're all within 6% of each other, and that's where you want it, within that 10% of each other. Let's see if we can see the power coming in. So here we have 1083 watts. Of course, it just dropped. 1069 watts. Oh my gosh, look at this, 880. Holy crap. So as soon as okay, I'm going to look the other way, guys, just for a second, just to see if that goes back up. And I'm looking the other way, Mr. Sun. And now it should go back up, right? Is it going up, guys? It is, isn't it? I have a feeling it's going up. Okay, I'm looking back at it, and I'll watch it drop again. So that's solar, guys. That's just solar. You can sit here and watch this all day. It almost becomes a hobby. I stare out the window like the cat does and just watch now. And I'm like, all right, you cloud, go over there. You know, you're almost trying to like traffic police the clouds. Like, you go over there and you get out of the way, you know, just so you can have that power coming in. But proves my point again on over paneling. You know, if you can have extra panels, you get it. I highly recommend it, and you can see why. You know, this would be down to almost nothing if it wasn't for, remember, that's 1600 watts of panels there, and it's only bringing in 371. So if that was 1200, that would probably be down to 1 to 200 watts of power coming in, and that wouldn't be good, you know. But it's still more than what you, as long as it's more than what you use, that's the game. You wanna be able to store energy too, but as long as you can make more than you use, that's the bee's knees and the cat's meow right there, if you could just do that. So if we could just get this back up, I'd like to see this top out at 1200. This one I don't think you're going to, guys, because of the angle of the panels. Now notice they're almost even, which is weird, because that means that there's a shadow on that side of the property and probably not this side. See how they're almost even now? And this one should be much higher. See that when the shadow gets out of the way, it spikes. It's almost double. Actually, it is double. Yeah, it's double right now. But that's just the clouds, guys. Boy, you just cannot fight Mother Nature. And it'll change on you like that. I mean, literally, you go from, as you saw, almost 2,000 watts down to a couple of hundred watts. You're like, what the heck? You know, you had a good thing going and then it just wrecked it. But I'm still bringing in 500 watts. And I remember I'm charging out now. Let's see here. I'm charging out. Let's go to simple mode. You have 1300, so obviously we'll pull this out, unless, wait, it's gonna go back up. Let's see, maybe I should look the other way again, huh? That seems to work every time. When I look that way, away from the system, I'm gonna try it one more time here. I'm gonna look away from the system and we're gonna see if it goes up. Is that terrible? Guys, my timing is so bad sometimes. So it literally went back up. Not where we need it. And now I'm looking at the system again, and it's, of course, it's dropping. Yep, look at that, guys. Holy crap, Zilla. You just cannot win with solar power. You just cannot win. When you can win, you hurry up and mark it down. But why I look away from the system, maybe I should just stop the video today, look away from the system, and then fill it all the way up. But that's just, let me take a peek outside here. Let me see what's going on out there. Yep, you got those big white, puffy, beautiful clouds, but boy, they're horrible when you're trying to use the sun to charge stuff. But yeah, it's right there. All right, guys, I guess I'm gonna sign off for today. You can kind of see my point that this system is working good now with all 5 batteries. I think that's a huge thing as far as it works. That's it. That's all I wanted to do, is just work. Very simple mode. And then I'm gonna pull this off, or I'll leave it in there. It all depends. Hopefully that'll go back up if I turn off the camera. But I just want to do an update, guys, to keep you up to date as far as what the system's doing, how it's doing it, and is it working okay with all these batteries. Because that, guys, I'll be honest, that's a lot of money to spend. Remember, this is a $5,500 system, and if you get it and you don't like it, that's a lot of money to spend. So some people are lucky like that. We were not. We had to save. So, all right, guys, ramble on, be safe, and this time for sure, I'll see you next time here on Ramblin Bob Reviews. We're going to have more. Look, it's going up. As soon as I sign off, solar power. All right, guys, bye.